of branding, and that basically lays the foundation of our discussion tonight. And joining me is mentor, leadership coach, and lecturer Austine Omanya. Thank you so much, Austine, for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much for inviting me here again.
All right, now let's get the ball rolling. And I think the gist of this discussion will be on branding, both on business and personal branding. So what's personal branding? And in the wake that, young men are desiring to venture into businesses, and I think so personal branding is also important when it comes to career. So what exactly is personal branding when you're talking about branding?
Wow, that is a wonderful question. First and foremost, branding is not very unique to so many ears. But one thing, when we talk about personal branding, we talk about the unique attributes somebody has that is going to make you different from another person. Mm-hmm. Me and you are totally two different people. You may be twins, but you possess different qualities. So when we talk about personal branding, it is the qualities, the unique features that somebody has that is going to make you stand outside here. Mm-hmm. And the way you said, unemployment is real, and guys, white-collar job is invincible. Mm-hmm. So if you don't have these attributes, then you're gonna tarmac for so long. Mm-hmm. But I thank God we are here today to help somebody struggling back at home there.
Absolutely. So it's also very important that you say that when talking about personal branding, you're talking about unique attributes that make someone to stand out. So for the interest of those who may want to know, what are the examples of these unique attributes that will make someone who want to stand out, So what are some of these unique attributes?
Wow. The unique attributes could be your communication skills. Mm-hmm. Actually, when we go to the world of business, you must be an expert in communication, because business is about lobbying, it is about networking, it is about collaboration. So you must possess these attributes so well. So communication skills, very important. Networking skills, very important. How are you able to blend with people? You must be a good planner. And this is where sometimes I get it wrong with young people. Waking up and you don't know what exactly you're going to achieve for that day. And that is why I normally advise people outside there that you can never start your day without what we call to-do list. Mm-hmm. Because if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. Mm-hmm. And eventually you'll be down there. Mm-hmm. So planning, management, and all these will give you best attributes to personal branding. Mm-hmm. We have self-discipline. Self-discipline in the sense of time management. Are you a good time manager? If you're not a good time manager, then how are you going to create difference outside there? Because this world belongs to those who will say, yes, that is the bull. I'm going to take it by its horns and I'm going to get where I want. Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Well, noted, Omanya. So I don't know whether really personal branding and business branding, because we understand that branding is not only on the personal level. Also, I think for most people who knows about brands, knows in the business arena. So the personal branding and business branding, do they intermarry at some point?
Wow. That is amazing. You can never separate personal branding and business branding. Mm-hmm. Actually, do you know what? People buy you because you are a brand. Mm-hmm. People can never come to your business and you are not a brand. So if today I'm in a business, there's a kiosk I'm running somewhere there, people would want to first of all buy me before they buy my products. Mm-hmm. So that it is very important that we blend the two. The two blend so well, because your business will not go walk outside there and lobby for clients. Mm-hmm. It is you to do this work. It is you to do, marketing and all those. So personal branding and business branding all these goes hand in hand. Because if you are bogus, however much you are going to brand your business with graphics and all those beautiful colors, still it is going to be useless. And you've seen several businesses in town which are not doing well at all, despite the fact that the owners tried, doing a lot of graphics and all that. So it is you who people are going to buy.
Right.
So personal branding becomes number one, and then number two, business branding. But there's a very good correlation between the two.
All right. Mostly, maybe just to borrow from the point when you told us of the unique attributes of personal branding. I noted them here because they're also of importance to me. Communication skills, networking skills, being a planner, and management, of course, and self-discipline. So now that you've noted to us that the two, the personal branding and business branding, it correlate well with each other. So what are now the unique attributes of proper business branding? Because if you are having now the personal branding and now you want to put them into practice in your business, so in the business branding, so what really are some of these unique attributes that someone needs to possess in terms of business branding?
Wow, I think I mentioned part of them there. But for you to understand these, briefly allow me to just take you through the steps of personal branding.
Right.
Then we look at the attributes of branding a business.
Right.
I think that's going to help you so much.
Sure.
Number one of the best steps of personal branding is knowing yourself. I talk to people here and they are telling them about what we call the identity. Identity. Who are you? Even if you have a very good product, but still you don't understand yourself as the proprietor of that particular business, then you may not go very far. So you have to know yourself. Number two, you have to know your audience. Who is your target audience? Yep. Are they middle-aged youths? Are they children? Are they elderly people? Are they women? Yep. You have to know your audience and you get it well. Then number three, focus on reality and not perception. Most of us will always go with perception. Oh, people are saying about these, The world of reality is the best world somebody can live on because it is an everlasting world. Perceptions are good because perception also refer to branding, but focus on reality.
Right.
And this is what is going to help you solve problems. Then, communicate your brand. Communication is coming here again. Right. Communicate your brand.
Yeah, it's cutting across the personal business.
And then finally, do what we call evaluation. Consistently evaluate your progress. Evaluate your progress. And you see, as a person, as a human being, you have to evaluate yourself like every day. Because we don't have the power to change yesterday. We don't have the power to know what is going to happen tomorrow, but we have the power to command today.
Right.
So do a self-evaluation, self-assessment every day. Now, back to your question. If I have a business,
yes,
what will be these unique features that I need to operate as an entrepreneur?
Right.
Last time I came here and I told you that, majority of people will start business. They are businessmen, they are businesswomen outside there, but they are not entrepreneurs. Absolutely. Entrepreneurship is now bringing your unique qualities to tap a potential somewhere and create a business that can solve a lot of problems in the world.
Right.
So one of the qualities that you have to have is what we call creativity and innovation. Creativity and innovation is everything. Because when we talk about problem solving, you need to be creative. You can study the environment, you scan the environment, and you exactly know what do my clients need at what time.
Right.
This is going to help you go a milestone. That is creativity and innovation. And then there's problem solving. Every product or service must end up in solving somebody's problem somewhere. Guys, let me tell you, we have very few problem solvers in the world. Most of us are troublemakers.
Interesting.
Most of us are troublemakers. And do you know what? I want to amaze you. The bigger the problems you solve, the higher the chances of getting richer.
All right. The higher the reward, yes.
You'll get rich, by the way, depending on the amount of problems you solve. If somebody tells me that they have a lot of problems they have been solving in the office the whole day, then I know that person could be earning a lot of money by the end of the day. So problem solving skills, very important. And then the one that we've just talked about here, communicating your brand. You see, I could have a good product, I could be offering good services there, but not unless, guys, I tell you that I am a corporate trainer. I can do for you team building. My company is called Global Strategic Pillars Consultancy. Unless I communicate, I tell you all these facts, you may never know.
Sure.
There are so many ways of communicating. Just allow me to mention some few. How do I communicate my business outside there? Guys, God has blessed us with technology. And technology has done everything.
Right.
I remember when during COVID-19, nobody could go on the street to market their businesses. But people could go online. And by the way, for your information, I started a program online that I never knew could pick and even pay my bills because I lost my job, I lost everything.
Right.
So I started a program online called Mind Your Mind. That was an online program. I used to do a poster. I share with all the WhatsApp groups. Guys, let me tell you something. If you can use your WhatsApp group so well, you are going far. Instead of joining WhatsApp group for Matanga, for what, you are feeling ratio. You are feeling a capacity that could help you nurture and grow your business.
All right. Now, Austine, it's good. You've told us a lot concerning branding, and at some point, of course, maybe just to borrow from what you say, that most of us we create problems, and we're not problem solvers. And if we tap into the space of solving problems, of course, we might have a good reward. We know we're living in a time when unemployment still remains a big crisis in the country, and of course in other parts of the world. So in trying to identify, for those who might want to apply the route of entrepreneurship, how do you identify the niches? Because you're saying, yes, we have a myriad of challenges that needs solutions. So how do you identify the niches that probably now this is where I can solve the problem? So for those who want to get into entrepreneurship, how do you identify the best niche to solve the problem so that you can get the reward and of course solve this crisis of unemployment in the region?
Wow, that is a very wonderful question. Number one, what is going to help you identify all this? Number one, anytime people complain about something, that is an opportunity. Anytime people surrounding you complains about something, then you know there is a problem. You need to solve it.
Right.
I don't know whether you guys love reading. You see, the only way you can learn true wisdom is in reading the books. People toil and moil to bring books into the market. And sometimes we even get free books online, but we still don't make use of those books. During COVID-19, I read a book. And in my reading, the guy was telling me in that book that, you know what? If you want to be a millionaire, sit down one day and write 20 ideas. Get me right? Write 20 ideas. And out of these 20 ideas, use the 20th idea. Do you know what I find out? That man was just trying to help me think. Because you can never think with the same perception, with the same complaints. You can never grow. Right. So, reading is very, very paramount, because through reading, you're going to get a lot of information. Guys, you can even go to YouTube and learn about all this. Right. So when you hear people complaining about something, if you can go read, get information, I'm telling you, you are going to become the greatest entrepreneur of all the season. And so long as guys like us are there to take you through, you are going far. Yes.
All right. Now, One thing that stands as a big problem, of course, I don't know how this one will be solved. I don't know whether someone might tap into that niche, because most entrepreneurs and probably startups, the greatest fear is on capitation. And I don't know whether we feel that the government of the day has addressed this, because during the campaigns, they were out and about talking to the young people, the young generations, and of course the SMEs, saying that there will be allocations for people who are into business. They'll be borrowing money. So I don't know whether you feel this was really addressed, and now the issue of capitation for those who are startups. Are there leverages that they might be having outside the policies that the government was trying to bring on board?
Oh, wow. That's amazing. There is something I want to correct before I can answer that question vividly. Number one, you don't need capital to start a business. And that is the rendition that has been going all along. That I want to start a business, but I don't have a capital. No. The first thing that you need as an entrepreneur is an idea. This idea is going to give birth to a lot of things, including that money that you will need to start that business. Because anytime you want to start something big and you are thinking on how you're going to go about it financially, then you'll never start anything meaningful. So idea is very paramount. Yes, the government had promised young people, especially young people, that, we are going to give you this much to start your businesses. I don't think that is that can cure the rate of unemployment in this nation. Yep. One thing I want to advise young people is what we call savings culture. Savings culture. When we are doing financial literacy, this is one thing that we normally insist as long as we exist. Why? Savings culture will make you go miles away. Why? Because you don't need a loan to start a business. Guys, I'm repeating. You better start that business with the little that you have and escalate, you grow that business. Because anytime you go borrow loan there, one thing you have to know is that entrepreneurship is about risk-taking. But I think that the step of borrowing a loan probably is also another step of taking risk. What do you think about Yeah, it is taking, but risk should also be weighed. You cannot just take a risk that is going to plunge you into depression. The following day you call me for a mental health program. So what will happen is this: we need to really teach our children about money, about savings culture. Once we have the savings culture, then we are able to get surplus. Surplus is now the loan you are talking about. Right. Surplus is now maybe donation from my friends, our family members, and things of the kind. Then we are able to tap and go. And guys, let me tell you something. The government, I remember during the, we had a program called Youth Employment Summit. And guys, that is what gave birth to the Youth Fund. Yes. Yep. Youth Fund is there. And at one time I was working with the Ministry of Youth Affairs in charge of a constituency. And I can amaze you what happened. We gave young ladies, we gave young men the money. And they were not able to pay back this money. Because financial literacy is what we are lacking. Right. Actually, you need to know how are you able to be accountable for every coin that falls in your pocket.
And maybe just on a light note, because now you're in the teaching profession, and probably I know when the president set up a task force to review the CBC curriculum, I know in the reviews probably they'll remove some things and probably add some things to it. You've talked of we need to teach our children on this, training them on financial literacy. So do you feel probably, maybe because I know your friends are also in there, will they inculcate this culture of saving culture in the CBC curriculum as well? Or rather, it's important because you need to probably pass this message to them.
CBC, as it stands, is a wonderful curriculum. I'm talking as a professional teacher, guys. So listen to me from a professional perspective, not as a politician.
You have a minute, Austine, for that.
CBC is good because CBC inculcates what we call life skill. And life skill is what most of us are lacking. In fact, there is even financial literacy in CBC. How I can plan my budget. When I go to the supermarket, I need to write the list of things I need to purchase, things of the kind, and then I be accountable about this. So CBC will also help because it inculcates what we call life skill, and that is what we need in this generation.
All right, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much, Austine, for your great insights. And of course, we also need to have much on this, maybe on the CVC, the task force, and everything. Just a lot of discussions we need to have moving forward because Kenyans are having